Okay, by popular demand, we're going to do a walk around video of the Opus 2 sleeper. We're going to do the setup and pack down, just to let you guys know exactly how that goes. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first thing we're going to do is disconnect the trailer. With this lock and roll hitch, this is a really neat piece of kit. Basically, all you have to do is pull the pin and then flip. There we go. And then just lift it up. And what I like to do right here is, with my level on this pad right here, I like to go ahead and level the front of the trailer. We're just going to get it close for the sake of the video. Okay, so normally speaking, you would go ahead and disconnect the safety chains, the breakaway cable, and the electrical, but I'm not going to do that because I'm just going to hook this thing right back up when we do the pack down. So we'll go on to the next stage, which is disconnecting everything. All right. Okay, the next phase of this whole process is to disconnect the roof rack. If you've gone ahead and optioned that out, you want to go ahead and keep these pins in your hand because you're going to use them again on the other side. These things are gas strut assisted. Show you how this works. Okay. Fold this over. Do a little downward pressure on them because the struts want to take it back the other way. And this holds them up in place so that it doesn't come over and run into the tent if it gets windy or something. Now, just to keep moving on, the next phase is to undo all of these buckles on both sides. So after you've undone the turnbuckles, the next stage is to flip the top over. Normally speaking, there would be a winch right here, but we took that off so that we can continue to use the tailgate with the trailer attached. The winch ran into it. You don't really need it, but what that winch does is if you aren't strong enough to pull this thing over with the strut assist, you can hook the winch up to that and crank it over. It's very similar to a boat trailer winch. So let's just go ahead and do that. Okay. Next stage is to go ahead and hook it up down here with the turnbuckle to hold the bed down. And then you've got some various corners and so forth to connect underneath. There's a bunch of turnbuckles on this thing that aren't used. And the reason for that is because very often people will add the Air annex to this thing, and all the extra buckles are for that annex. We'll talk about that later. Okay. There are 5 of these valves that need to be connected in order to put the trailer up. There's 1. Here's 2. The 3 is right here. And 4. And number 5. Make sure those are nice and tight. The bottom line is, every time I did it, the first couple of times I did this, I didn't get the valves opened, and of course, based on that, the trailer didn't come up. Okay, so now all that's left to do is push the button that gets things started. It's the button in here, air compressor starts, and you hang out for about 2 minutes while this thing inflates. I'm just going to keep you invested here. Put your hoses out, that kind of stuff, if you want to go ahead and do that while it's setting up. The trailer itself is going to take care of itself, but you're going to want to make sure that you crack a cold beer, maybe start heating up some water for dinner, something like that, while this thing's going up, because it feels like it takes forever, even though it only takes about 90 seconds to come up. So let's just go ahead and watch it happen in real time. Could just go off, the trunk will go off as soon as it's all the way inflated. There it goes. So that's really it for setting up the outside. What we'll do now is I'll rearrange a couple. Okay guys, first things first, you have to make sure that you undo all of the little clips and so forth that are holding the canvas in place. They only happen on the front of the trailer, on the back. There is not any of these, so there's this, on both sides there's this one Velcro strip, one clip and one Velcro strip around the strut. And then on each side there is one clip. And then you just simply fold the fabric up. And then right in the middle, you've got one Velcro thing to do as well. Let's move around to the other side and break this thing down. Okay, so there are 5 valves that have to be disconnected to get this thing down. The first time I did this, it actually scared the crap out of me. So realize it's going to make a noise. And they're all interconnected, but letting them all loose really helps with the speed this thing falls down. now the trick is to get all of the fabric inside so we can close the thing up. One of the things to note too is don't take your time doing this because there's still air coming out of the thing the entire time. So actually taking a little bit of your time is a good plan. For some reason things have a tendency to come out to this side, to the passenger side, so you spend a lot of time pulling stuff over to the other side. Okay, I'm going to move you a little closer. Now, once everything is kind of tucked up and ready to roll, go ahead and let it go down. You're just making sure that you can, that this hinge doesn't have any fabric caught in it. Go ahead and unscrew the turnbuckles. You can do this one at a time. You can unscrew them all the way so that they're inside there. Now, there's air in here, so do your best to get all that air out. And then get those turnbuckles in. Starting with the front. I'll do the other side now. Now, once you've got them all to the first stage, go back around, make sure that all the seals are clear. Get a good seal. Now all that's left is to put the roof rack down. A little downward pressure on this thing. Pin comes right out. Same thing on this side. Let that thing go. And then get your turnbuckle set up over here. Use the same pins. It's starting to rain, so I gotta get the camera out of the weather. But that's it. Pack up and pack down of the Opus 2 sleeper. If you like this video, if you got value out of it, please like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff on YouTube. Otherwise, have a good one. We're also going to be doing a bunch more adventure videos with the adventures of Ginger and Opus. Thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you down the trail.